Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I am Valsa Williams and with me is Subhga Kaul with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi virtually unveiled statue of Lord Hanuman at Morbi in Gujarat on the occasion of Hanuman Jayanti today. Says Lord Hanuman is symbol of service and devotion. Health Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia launches e-Sanjeevani tele-consultation facility at 1 lakh health and wellness centres. By-poll counting of votes underway for Asansol Lok Sabha seat and 1 assembly seat each in Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra and West Bengal. Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh expands his Council of Ministers with the induction of 6 cabinet ministers. Indian men's hockey team beat Germany 3-1 in second match of FIH Pro League in Bhubaneswar. Santosh Trophy kicks off at Malappuram in Kerala. West Bengal beats Punjab in the opening match. In IPL cricket, Mumbai Indians to take on Lucknow Super Giants and Delhi Capitals to face Royal Challengers Bangalore in Mumbai today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi unveiled a 108-feet statue of Lord Hanuman in Morbi, Gujarat via video conferencing on the occasion of Hanuman Jayanti this morning. Greeting the devotees on the occasion of Hanuman Jayanti, the Prime Minister said that dedication of the statue of Lord Hanuman in Morbi is a happy occasion for the devotees all over the world. The Prime Minister said the project of establishing 4 such statues in the 4 corners of the country is a reflection of the resolve of Ek Bharat, Shresth Bharat.
हनुमान जी अपनी भक्ति से, अपने सेवा भाव से सबको जोड़ते हैं। हर कोई हनुमान जी से प्रेरणा पाता है। हनुमान वो शक्ति और संबल है जिन्होंने समस्त वनवासी प्रजातियों और वन बंधुओं को मान और सम्मान का अधिकार दिलाया। इसलिए एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत के भी हनुमान जी एक अहम सूत्र है।
The Prime Minister elaborated Ram Katha that is organized all over the country in various localities and languages binds everyone as one in devotion to God.
राम कथा की भावना सभी को जोड़ती है, प्रभु भक्ति के साथ एकाकार करती है। यही तो भारतीय आस्था की, हमारे अध्यात्म की, हमारी संस्कृति, हमारी परंपरा की ताकत है। इसने गुलामी के मुश्किल कालखंड में भी अलग अलग हिस्सों को, अलग अलग वर्गों को जोड़ा। आजादी के राष्ट्रीय संकल्प के लिए एकजुट प्रयासों को सशक्त किया।
Prime Minister said Ram Katha is the best example of Sabka Saath Sabka Prayas and Lord Hanuman is a key part of this.
जब बुराई पर अच्छाई को स्थापित करने की बात आई तो प्रभु राम ने सक्षम होते हुए भी खुद से सब कुछ करने का सामर्थ्य होने के बावजूद भी उन्होंने सबका साथ लेने का, सबको जोड़ने का, समाज के हर तबके के लोगों को जोड़ने का, छोटे बड़े जीव मात्र को उनकी मदद लेने का और सबको जोड़ करके उन्होंने इस काम को संपन्न किया। और यही तो है सबका साथ सबका प्रयास। ये सबका साथ सबका प्रयास का उत्तम प्रमाण प्रभु राम की ये जीवन लीला भी है।
Speaking in Gujarati, the Prime Minister remembered Keshavanand Bapu and his old connect with Morbi. He recalled the role of the Hanumandham in the wake of Machu Dam accident. He said lessons learnt during the accident helped during the Kutch earthquake also. He noted the resilience of Morbi as it is thriving centre of industries today. The Prime Minister said if we look at brass from Jamnagar, engineering from Rajkot and clock industry of Morbi, it gives a feeling of mini Japan. The Prime Minister noted that Yatra Dham has made Kathiawar a hub of tourism. He talked about the Madhapur Mela and Ran Utsav, which provides immense benefits to Morbi. Mr. Modi concluded by reiterating his request for enlisting the help of the devotees and Sant Samaj for the cleanliness drive and Vocal for Local campaign. The statured statue that was unveiled today is the second of the 4 statues being set up in the 4 directions across the country as part of Hanuman Char Dham project.
हनुमान जी की इस तरह की 108 फीट ऊंची प्रतिमा देश के 4 अलग अलग कोने में स्थापित की जा रही है। शिमला में ऐसी ही एक भव्य प्रतिमा तो हम पिछले कई वर्षों से देख रहे हैं। आज ये दूसरी प्रतिमा मोरबी में स्थापित हुई है। 2 अन्य मूर्तियों को दक्षिण में रामेश्वरम और पश्चिम बंगाल में स्थापित करने का कार्य चल रहा है। ये सिर्फ हनुमान जी की मूर्तियों की स्थापना का ही संकल्प नहीं है, बल्कि ये एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत के संकल्प का भी हिस्सा है।
Health Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia virtually launched e-Sanjeevani teleconsultation facility today at 1 lakh centres on the occasion of the 4th anniversary of Ayushman Bharat Health and Wellness Centres. Speaking on the occasion, Dr. Mandavia said in the coming days, the Health and Wellness Centre will bring a big revolution in the health sector. He said more than 1,17,000 health and wellness centres have been operationalised in the country so far. The minister said now the common citizens will also be able to take advice from senior doctors of the country through the e-Sanjeevani teleconsultation facility.
टेलीकंसल्टेशन को जितना हम सक्सेस करेंगे, इतना हेल्थ केयर एक्सेस होगी। दूर सुदूर गरीब या तो गांव में रहने वाले लोग उसको डिस्ट्रिक्ट हेडक्वार्टर्स तक पहुंचना, उसमें उसका समय भी जाता है, खर्च भी होता है। ऐसी स्थिति में प्रधानमंत्री जी ने हेल्थ एंड वेलनेस सेंटर को स्पोक के रूप में और डिस्ट्रिक्ट हॉस्पिटल को हब के रूप में विकसित करने के लिए जो इनिशिएटिव लिया है, मुझे लगता है कि आने वाले दिनों में एक बहुत बड़ा रिवोल्यूशन लाएंगे हेल्थ केयर सेक्टर में।
Mr. Mandavia said if the citizens of the country are healthy, then the nation will be healthy and only a healthy nation can progress. The minister said a health fair will be organised in every block of the country from the 18th to the 23rd of April.
In Manipur, the Chief Minister, N. Biren Singh, expanded his Council of Ministers today with the induction of 6 cabinet ministers. Former Minister and BJP MLA, late Pau Haukip, along with 4 BJP MLAs and 1 MLA from Naga People's Front, NPF, were administered oath of office and secrecy by the Governor Lerganation at Darbar Hall of Raj Bhavan this morning. The swearing-in ceremony was attended by the Chief Minister N. Biren Singh, his cabinet colleagues and other party leaders. With this, the N. Biren government has reached its full strength of 12 ministers. The Niti Aayog is planning to launch a National Data and Analytics Platform NDAP in May to provide government data in a user-friendly format to promote data-driven decision-making and research. Conceived in 2020, the platform aims to standardize data across government sources and provide flexible analytics that make it easy for users to analyze information using multiple data sets. Our correspondent, quoting a senior advisor at Niti Aayog, reports, the portal will help policymakers, academics and researchers to easily analyze data without having to process it. The portal will have 200 data sets from more than 46 ministries at the time of the launch. New data sets will be added up to the village level in the future. Presently, many government departments have public dashboards with options to download data. Some are available as image files while others are in PDF format, making it difficult to compile information. Experts say this will be addressed in NDAP. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that he enjoys interacting with dynamic exam warriors. In a tweet today, Mr. Modi said, Pariksha Pe Charcha is a vibrant forum for many issues relating to exams and life. He said insights from all of these interactions can be found in innovatively curated section on the Namo app. The Prime Minister has worked to promote a stress-free environment around exams and a healthy, holistic discourse about academic scores, life and success. Successive and successful editions of Pariksha Pe Charcha, the unique interaction between the Prime Minister and students, have made a big impact. Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan has urged the exam warriors and students to check out this exclusively curated trove of wisdom on the Namo app.
Delhi police has initiated an investigation on the basis of a complaint about the alleged impersonation of an official posted at the Prime Minister's office. In a tweet, Delhi Police Commissioner Rakesh Asthana said the police has received a complaint regarding forgery, impersonation and identity fraud of an office bearer at the Prime Minister's office. He said the matter is under investigation. Mr. Asthana also posted a screenshot of the emails exchanged between the impersonator and the official. The case is related to an Instagram user, Kunal Merchant, who said that he had received an email from one Vivek Kumar, who is posted at the PMO, asking him to design a table specifically for the use of the Prime Minister. Merchant posted a screenshot of his email declining the offer due to his political and ideological differences. Civil Aviation Ministry's flagship regional connectivity scheme, Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagrik Udan, has been selected for the Prime Minister's Award for Excellence in Public Administration 2020 under the category Innovation General. Central Government has initiated this award to acknowledge, recognize and reward extraordinary and innovative work done by districts and organizations of the state and government. The Ministry said Udan scheme emphasizes on good governance, qualitative achievements and last-mile connectivity rather than only on achievement of quantitative targets. The award consists of a trophy, scroll and an incentive of 10 lakh rupees. The Ministry of Civil Aviation will receive the award at Civil Service Day function on the 21st of April.
Over 186 crore 38 lakh vaccine doses have been administered so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. The Union Health Ministry said over 6,89,000 vaccine doses were administered yesterday. The ministry said a total of 975 new cases were recorded in the last 24 hours. India's active case load currently stands at 11,366. The recovery rate is currently at 98.76% and over 796 COVID patients recovered in the last 24 hours. Over 4 crore 25 lakh patients have recovered from COVID-19 disease so far. You are listening to the Midday News on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi virtually unveiled statue of Lord Hanuman at Morbi in Gujarat on the occasion of Hanuman Jayanti today. Says Lord Hanuman is symbol of service and devotion. Health Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandviya launches e-Sanjeevani teleconsultation facility at 1 lakh health and wellness centres. By poll counting of votes underway for Asansol Lok Sabha seat and one assembly seat each in Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra and West Bengal. Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh expands his Council of Ministers with the induction of 6 cabinet ministers. Indian men's hockey team beat Germany 3-1 in second match of FIH Pro League in Bhubaneswar. Santosh Trophy kicks off at Malappuram in Kerala. West Bengal beats Punjab in the opening match. And in IPL cricket, Mumbai Indians to take on Lucknow Super Giants and Delhi Capitals to face Royal Challengers Bangalore in Mumbai today. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
कंपटीशन की अगर आप कर रहे हैं तैयारी तो उनके लिए ऑल इंडिया रेडियो पर हम लाए हैं अभ्यास, एक ऐसा कार्यक्रम जिसमें आप पूछेंगे सवाल व्हाट्सएप नंबर 9289094044 पर या फिर ईमेल करेंगे abhyas.airnews@gmail.com पर और हमारे विशेषज्ञ देंगे इसका जवाब। आपका अभ्यास हमारा प्रयास।
Welcome back to the Midday News. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said the participation of unorganized labourers is very important in the development of the country. In a tweet today, Mr. Modi said the government is continuously working to make the lives of crores of unorganized workers easier. He said several schemes have ensured their social security and a slew of measures have been taken to help them during the COVID pandemic. The government has brought 4 labour codes by simplifying 29 labour laws. 27 crore unorganized workers got a new identity by registering in National Database eShram portal, and 38 crore unorganized workers have benefited from Social Security Fund. Food security of migrant workers has been ensured under the One Nation, One Ration card by giving them the facility to take ration from any of the 5 lakh ration shops across the country. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu along with his wife performed puja at Kashi Vishwanath Temple in Varanasi this morning. After worshipping Lord Shiva, he also saw the newly built Kashi Vishwanath Dham corridor. In his tweet message, Mr. Naidu said that may Bholenath lead us to the path of righteousness, peace and prosperity. He also took the divine blessings of Kal Bhairav, who is considered Kashi Ka Kotwal. Later, Vice President Naidu and his wife visited Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay Memorial in Chandoli district and paid floral tributes to the great leader.
The 40th edition of Hunar Haat begins today in Mumbai. The 12-day event organized by the Union Ministry of Minority Affairs is aimed at providing exposure and employment opportunities to artisans, craftsmen and traditional culinary experts from across the country. The event, held in Bandra Kurla complex in suburban area of Mumbai, opened for public this morning. The event will be formally inaugurated tomorrow morning by Union Minister for Information and Broadcasting Anurag Thakur, while Union Ministry for Minority Affairs Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi will be the chief guest on the occasion. Wakshi, the last of the 6 submarines of Project 75, is ready for launch on the 20th of April. The Scorpene-class submarine is a diesel-electric attack submarine built by Mumbai's Mazgaon Dock Shipbuilders with French collaboration. The state-of-the-art technology used in Scorpene class has superior stealth features such as advanced acoustic silencing techniques, low radiated noise levels and ability to launch crippling attacks with precision-guided weapons on the board. More from our correspondent.
This submarine can attack through launching the torpedoes and anti-ship missiles while underwater or on the surface. This will enhance Indian Navy's capacity to address the threats both above and underwater. Post-launch, Wakshi will undergo sea trials. 4 submarines of Scorpion class, INS Kalavari, INS Khanderi, INS Karanj and INS Vela have already been commissioned, while the 5th submarine, Vagir, is still undergoing sea trials. The first 2 submarines, INS Kalavari and INS Khanderi, were commissioned on September 21, 2017 and September 19, 2019. Despite enormous challenges faced during the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020-21, INS Karanj and INS Vela were commissioned in one calendar year in 2021 in the month of February and November respectively. Devopriya Bhattacharjee, AIR News, Mumbai.
Prasar Bharati Archives has contributed significantly to the Pradhan Mantri Sangrahalaya, which was inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Thursday. Prasar Bharati Archives has provided about 206 hours of audio and 53 hours of video content. This includes address to the Constituent Assembly, broadcast to the nation on First Independence Day, oath-taking ceremony, inauguration of Atomic Energy Establishment and opening of the first atomic reactor, declaration of emergency, address to the UN General Assembly, non-aligned conference, inauguration of Delhi Metro and much more. Information and Broadcasting Ministry in a release said these priceless recordings, exclusively available with the public broadcaster since the 1940s, were preserved and digitized in public interest by Prasar Bharati. The Prime Minister, while inaugurating the museum, said it will be a great knowledge centre for the future generations, as it will showcase the life and contributions of all Prime Ministers of the country. Spread over an area of more than 10,000 square meters, the museum has exhibits related to all Prime Ministers, which include rare photographs, speeches, video clips, newspaper clippings, interviews and original writings. And now let's listen to our special program, Azadi Ka Safar, highlighting the importance of the day during the freedom struggle.
Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav.
Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. Birth of a Nation. India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day.
Vandanalu vandanalu kandukuri ee telugu nela pulakarinchu charita needi.
In today's episode, we remember social reformer and nationalist Kandukuri Veerasalingam, who was born on 16th of April 1848 in Rajamundry, Andhra Pradesh. He is considered as the father of Telugu Renaissance movement and was one of the early social reformers from southern India who encouraged women education and remarriage of widows.
Vivekavardhani veluguto vaapina bhaskaruda nava samaja nirmata ganilachina shashwatuda నిలచిన శాశ్వతుడా వందనాలు వందనాలు కందుకూరి ఈ తెలుగు నేల పులకరించు చరిత నీది.
Veerasalingam was a scholar of 3 languages, Telugu, Sanskrit and English. He wrote Rajasekhar Charitramu, considered to be the first novel in the Telugu language.
Veerasalingam wrote extensively for the emancipation of women. His works were predominantly satires on the then existing immorality, superstitions, double standards and degradation in society.
శ్రీజనోద్ధారణే ధ్యేయంగా తలచినట్టి నవయుగవై తాళికుడు జనసేవకుడు మహాపురుషుడు.
Veerasalingam used the ancient scriptures to portray the importance given to women during earlier times. He declared that India can only progress when its women will progress. He set up schools for the education of girls and women. He also performed the first widow remarriage in Andhra Pradesh on December the 11th, 1881.
Despite society's heavy scorn, he helped marry off about 40 widows in his lifetime. He published various magazines and journals wherein he championed the cause of women and education. In 1887, he started a Brahmo Mandir at Rajamundry.
ఇంకెవ్వరు మన కందు కూరి కాక మరి ఇంకెవ్వరు మన కందు కూరి కాక మరి ఇంకెవ్వరు మన కందు కూరి కాక మరి ఇంకెవ్వరు.
Veerasalingam was one of the first few to attend the maiden session of the Indian National Congress in 1885. He passed away on the 27th of May 1919. Till his death, Kandukuri Veerasalingam continued to work for the betterment of society. We salute the great Indian.
We also remember nationalist painter Nandlal Bose, who died on 16th of April 1966. Bose is considered to be one of the pioneers of modern Indian art and a key figure of contextual modernism. During the Salt Satyagraha in 1930, Bose created a black-on-white lino-cut print of Gandhi walking with a staff. The print emerged as the iconic image for the non-violence movement. He was also tasked with making the illustrations in the Constitution of India, in which he gave a pictorial account of Indian civilization through millennia.
A pupil of Abanindranath Tagore, Nandlal Bose was born on the 3rd of December 1882 in Munger district of Bihar. His classic works include paintings of scenes from Indian mythologies, women and the village life.
Bose was famously asked by Jawaharlal Nehru to sketch the emblems for the Government of India's awards, including the Bharat Ratna and the Padma Shri. Along with his disciple Ram Manohar, Nandlal Bose took up the historic task of decorating the original manuscript of the Constitution of India.
Till his death, Nandlal Bose continued to work towards empowering the nation through his art. We salute the great Indian.
We also remember martyr Rama Sur Singh, who took part in the First War of Indian Independence in 1857. Initially, as a boy in the English East India Company Army, he fought against the British at different places in the Bombay Presidency.
He was caught by the company troops in the course of their offensive. He died in detention at the Andaman Islands on the 16th of April 1858. We salute the great son of the soil.
That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.
Counting of votes is going on for the recently held by-elections for Asansol Lok Sabha seat in West Bengal and assembly seats in Bengal's Baliganj, Khairagarh in Chhattisgarh, Bochaha in Bihar. Former Union Minister turned TMC candidate Shatrughan Sinha is leading from Asansol Lok Sabha constituency in West Bengal. Mr. Sinha is leading by a margin of over 2.3 lakh after the last round of counting over the nearest BJP candidate Agnimitra Paul. Meanwhile, TMC candidate Babul Supriyo is leading in the Baliganj Assembly constituency by a margin of 18,000 votes over his nearest rival and CPM candidate Saira Shah Halim. Chief Minister and Trinamool Congress Supremo Mamata Banerjee thanked voters as the TMC inched closer to victory in by-polls held in Bengal's Asansol and Baliganj. In Khairagarh Assembly constituency of Chhattisgarh, as per the latest trend, Congress candidate Yashoda Verma is leading by more than 11,000 votes. In Pochaha Assembly constituency in Muzaffarpur district of Bihar, the RJD candidate Amar Kumar Paswan is leading by a margin of more than 31,000 votes against his nearest rival BJP candidate Baby Kumari after completion of the 22nd round of counting. In Maharashtra, Congress has retained the Kolhapur North Assembly seat in the by-election. Mahavikas Aghadi and Congress candidate Jayashree Jadhav has defeated BJP candidate Satyajit Kadam by 18,901 votes. She secured 96,226 votes, while Kadam got 77,442 votes. The poll was necessitated due to the death of Congress MLA Chandrakant Jadhav, after which his wife Jayashree contested the election. She is the first woman MLA of the constituency.
Indian men's hockey team beat Germany 3-1 in the second match of a two-leg tie in the FIH Pro League at Kalinga Stadium in Bhubaneswar yesterday. India won both the matches against Germany. With the win, the Amit Rohidas-led Indian men's team are currently placed first in the table with 27 points from 12 matches. The Germans are just behind them with 17 points from 10 matches. The Indian men's hockey team will next be in action against Belgium in a two-leg tie at the Sports Centrum Willingensij play in Antwerp, Belgium in June. In football, West Bengal beat Punjab 1-0 in the inaugural match of the 75th National Football Championship for the Santosh Trophy at the Kotapadhyay Stadium in Malappuram this morning. After a barren first half, Shubham Bhowmik scored the winner in the 61st minute as Bengal grabbed 3 precious points in Group A. Host Kerala will take on Rajasthan in their opening match later this evening. The match will begin at 8 p.m. at Payanad Stadium in Manjeri. In IPL cricket, Mumbai Indians will take on Lucknow Super Giants in Mumbai's Brabourne Stadium at 3:30 p.m. today, while Delhi Capitals will face Royal Challengers Bangalore at Wankhede Stadium at 7:30 p.m. Mumbai Indians have lost 5 consecutive matches on the trot during the ongoing IPL season, and with 4 more losses, they will be out of the race. On the other hand, Lucknow Super Giants run a fabulous campaign with 3 wins in 5 matches. In another match this evening, Delhi Capitals will be squaring off against Royal Challengers Bangalore for the first time in this season. Delhi Capital is currently placed at the 7th position on the points table, whereas Royal Challengers Bangalore is placed at the 6th spot.
Now let us take a look at the weather update for the day. National capital Delhi is having a mainly clear sky. Minimum temperature was recorded at 22 degrees Celsius, while maximum is expected to be around 40 degrees. Mumbai will also have a mainly clear sky. Minimum temperature was 25, maximum expected to be around 34. Chennai will have generally cloudy sky with light rain. Temperature will vary between 29 and 35 degrees Celsius. Kolkata will have partly cloudy sky with possibility of moderate rain or thunderstorm. Minimum temperature was 28. Maximum will be around 37. Srinagar will have a mainly clear sky. Temperature will hover between 9 and 24 degrees. Jammu will have a mainly clear sky. Leh will have a clear sky too. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi virtually unveils statue of Lord Hanuman at Morbi in Gujarat on the occasion of Hanuman Jayanti today. Says Lord Hanuman is a symbol of service and devotion. Health Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia launches e-Sanjeevani teleconsultation facility at 1 lakh health and wellness centres. By-poll counting of votes underway for Asansol Lok Sabha seat and 1 assembly seat each in Bihar, Chhattisgarh and West Bengal. Congress retains Kolhapur North Assembly seat in Maharashtra. Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh expands his Council of Ministers with the induction of 6 cabinet ministers. Indian men's hockey team beat Germany 3-1 in second match of FIH Pro League in Bhubaneswar. Santosh Trophy kicks off at Mallapuram in Kerala. West Bengal beats Punjab in the opening match. And in IPL cricket, Mumbai Indians to take on Lucknow Super Giants and Delhi Capitals to face Royal Challengers Bangalore in Mumbai today. And with that, we end the midday news.